Durant, he's a winner. He is out tonight against Canada with a calf strain. It's kept him out the entirety of the national team's training camp so far in Las Vegas. Tonight, though, marks the first of 5 friendlies for the U.S. ahead of the Paris Olympics. But let's talk a little bit more about KD. He has a case, hear me out, to be referred to as the most decorated men's Olympic player in United States history. No one in the history of the U.S. men's Olympic play has more points than Durant. He's led Team USA in scoring in all 3 Olympic games he's participated in, with all 3 leading to gold medals. And recently, he sat down with our Tim Bontemps and talked about his expectations for this year's Olympic squad.
I'm not trying to make you feel old, but you've obviously been around a minute. So is LeBron, so is Steph. You guys are all playing together here. Does it sort of feel like, I don't want to say necessarily last hurrah, but like, no.
Nah, I mean, these guys are still playing at elite level, Like Bron could play 4 or 5 more. It might be here in 28 in LA, Steph's still playing great ball. I'm doing all right too, So I don't want to look at it that way. I think we still got some good ball in the tank. Try to contribute and impact the game still. I want it to be just like a farewell tour or like make it just about us 3. It's about, trying to win this 5th in a row.
Is there any extra significance, though, to be doing it with those guys after all the stuff you guys have all collectively been through?
You could say that. I mean, it's nothing but respect for these guys, and you've seen their careers for the last 15, 20 years. And, so to finally be teammates, and it's not just them, I feel that same way about AD, like just admiring them for so long and now being able to be in the same locker room with them is pretty cool just to sit and observe what they do. Admiring them from afar now, just to be around them every day and see how they approach life and the game of basketball is gonna be cool.
The Suns are just trying to keep the season alive. Anthony Edwards in takeover mode.
We reflect back on the season. We just were inconsistent with our play and the style of play that we wanted.
I know you watch as much hoop as anybody. Obviously, the West is loaded. A lot of stuff moving around. I know you guys aren't able to necessarily do a ton with the roster, but so where do you see where you guys sit right now compared with everybody?
I like our team. We got me, Brad, and Book who can go off and do a lot of different things on the basketball court. It starts with us. I love who we are. I felt like we gave away a lot of games last year, and we won 49 of them. But every team has gotten better, I feel, in the West, and some teams in the East as well. So it's going to be a competitive league, but I like who we are.
So the Suns, they only have the 10th highest odds to win a title heading into the season. That is the lowest for a Kevin Durant anchored team since his 3rd season in the league, when the Thunder went on to win 50 games. So Zach, it seems like as all these teams in the West, your Oklahoma City Thunder are making all these moves, the Phoenix Suns are a little bit hamstrung here. They can't do anything with Bradley Beal's contract. He's one of now 2 players in the NBA who has a no-trade clause. So do you think that the sun is already setting, if you will, on Phoenix's window with KD, Zach?
Look, I'm never going to count out a team with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. Mike Budenholzer is a fresh voice. Royce O'Neal's back. The Monty Morris signing is a nice signing. But this team is facing an uphill battle. They just didn't look right for really any stretch last season in terms of the chemistry on offense, the fit on offense. More time together for the stars would help that. Hopefully they get that this year. Bradley Beal hasn't played 60 games or more since 2019. More than 60 games since 2019. So we'll see. Minnesota just bullied them in the first round, physically overpowered them. And I'm not sure they've done anything to address that, to address the fact that they were kind of a shaky defensive team for the most part in the regular season. But if they're healthy and they're together, they have a chance to beat anyone in a series and maybe win a round or 2. But it's going to be an uphill battle. Now, those odds, I think, correctly reflect where they are entering the season.
Man, time flies. It was 10 months ago today that Team Canada got their biggest win in program history, defeating Team USA in the bronze medal game in the FIBA World Cup. But that American roster was not this American roster, right? The Avengers have assembled. LeBron James, Steph Curry, they will be rocking the red, white, and blue. And then they helped recruit Joel Embiid to join the squad. Team USA's all-time leading scorer, Kevin Durant, is back for more. The reigning NBA champ, Jason Tatum, is ready to go too. So they look a little bit different for these Olympics. So welcoming back here our Tim Bontemps, who is in Las Vegas. Tim, what should people expect tonight when they watch these, I'll put it in air quotes, Avengers play against Team Canada?
Well, Malik, I'm really excited to see these guys get in a full game on the court against one of the medal favorites in Paris, in Team Canada. It should be really fun to watch. And this is really our first opportunity to see what this group is going to look like. We've seen little snippets of scrimmages over the past few days, but this is going to be a full 40-minute game against an elite team, and we'll find out, say, for example, outside of Steph Curry, LeBron James, and Joel Embiid, the 3 guys that are locked into the starting lineup, who are the 2 guys that will play next to them to start this game tonight against Canada? Kevin Durant, one of the possibilities of being one of those spots. He is injured. He's been dealing with this calf strain that's kept him out of camp. He will not play tonight. But could Jason Tatum be in one of those spots? Could Drew Holiday or Anthony Edwards? Could Devin Booker? It'll be interesting to see how Steve Kerr manages that and just the rotations in general in this game. Steve Kerr has so many options at his disposal for how he wants to put these guys together. You could play virtually any way you want with this group. That's how much talent there is and how versatile it is. And so that's what I'm going to be watching for throughout this game. How do the Team USA start to look against one of the teams they're going to be competing for with medals in Paris? And we'll start to really get a sense of what Steve Kerr wants to do with this team as arguably the most talented team since the Dream Team takes its first on-stage look tonight here in Vegas.
You're going to have to start working. We have the Redeem Team. We have the Dream Team. We're going to have to start working on the nickname for this 2024 team. Tim Bontemps, thank you so very much. And what's interesting about this game, right, is remember when the U.S. lost to Canada? There was this whole discourse and discussion about, okay, watch out, the rest of the world, the talent is catching up here with the United States. Ramona Shelburne dressed appropriately for this discussion. How important do you think it is, Ramona, for Team USA to come out, make a statement tonight against Canada, even though it's a different roster?
I think it's hugely important because Team Canada is a lot of the reason why all these stars came out and said, we need to play for Team USA. This is why Steph Curry and LeBron and Kevin Durant, all these guys have said, we can't lose like this anymore on the world stage. And we've heard this before with the Redeem Team, but this is probably the most talented international team the U.S. has had since the Dream Team in '92, and maybe even more talented than that team. So this is throwing talent at the problem, but let's see if talent is enough, because Canada is a team that knows how to play together. They know the FIBA style. They've been with each other. They have chemistry. This Team USA, they've been together for a couple of days.
I'm sorry, I was distracted because you were trying to find a new name for this team. I was thinking and actually searched what rhymes with dream and redeem. Is it like this team is very talented, so they're the extreme team?
Okay.
They're the team that you can't scheme. Okay. The scheme team. Sorry, yeah.
They're kind of the Monstars.
They are the Monstars, but like we got to make it rhyme. We got to make it rhyme. So I kind of like extreme team because they're extremely talented.
All right.
To me, I don't think they have much to prove other than them going out there and winning, and also understanding that they have to build chemistry. What makes Team USA so unique, as someone who has been in the pool, is that you are typically assembled. I know, I just have to say it for context because I know you're. You are assembled and you have to play together in this camp, because especially in the NBA, these guys typically don't play together in the competitions leading up to it. You have a mini training camp, a mini boot camp, and then you're playing games. And then your games are up for medals. So as talented as you are, you still have to build the right chemistry. You have to understand the principles, the philosophies. You have to know who gets the ball at this certain situation. As much as you play against each other in the NBA, you're still learning each other as teammates. So that is not necessarily so easy, but they do have the talent to win
Canada's
against
worked
anybody.
all that out already.
Yeah, it'll be more competitive than we've ever seen before. They can't take that for granted. They don't have much to prove. They just need to go out there, win, but most importantly, build chemistry.
Zach, how important do you think that this just one game, and we're talking about an exhibition game, by the way, how important do you think it is for them to set the tone here?
Guess what? If they lose tonight, I am not going to care at all unless they lose by like 20 or 30. It's an exhibition game. This is the first step in a long, long journey. This is about, okay, let's see how this lineup combination looks. Let's see how that lineup combination looks. Let's see how we can use Joel Embiid on offense. Are we going to post him up? Are we going to pick and pop? How is that going to look? Yes, they should beat Canada. Yes, I expect them to beat Canada. But this is step one. We are all going to forget about this game real quickly, no matter how it ends. I'm just curious to see what Steve Kerr envisions for this team. What lineup combinations does he like and not like, and how everybody fits together. This is just the stage one of the journey. Let's just sit back and enjoy it. Don't fret. Just have some fun.
So in all that not fretting and just having fun, those 2 remaining starting lineup spots that Tim Bontemps is discussing, who would you slot in there?
Me?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, you.
Well, if you don't say Anthony Edwards, you're going to have a problem.
I mean, but my starting 5 is Steph, Tatum, Durant, Embiid. Let's go.
Steph,
So Tatum,
Durant, Embiid.
Amy and LeBron.
Yeah, and LeBron.
I mean, look, I think Anthony Edwards got to go in there. He's
Really?
the guy that's been in that program. He was the best player on Team USA last year. He's self-proclaimed, I guess, this year. But I mean, he's the guy who's earned it, and I also think he's the best defender on the team right now in that point of attack defense.
Well, and he did say that he knows that his defense, that would be the calling card
Yeah.
to get him a little bit more playing time.
I have found the name. Does that matter?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it the meme team?
No. America, we've had the Dream Team. We've had the Redeem Team. This is the Supreme Team.
Oh, there you go.
The Supreme.
Oh,
There
she
it
did
is.
it.
Thank
She
you.
did
There
it.
it
Thank
is.
you.
The Supreme.